Welcome everyone, today we're going to be talking about Among Us, a game which completely blew up August last year, a game that originally launched back in 2018 with only 3 developers working on it. And let's be honest, the only reason it blew up is because people didn't realise how fun and addictive it is lying and deceiving your friends. There is no other game out there that truly gives me that adrenaline and excitement than Among Us, and that's why it blew up in the first place. Many streamers were streaming the game, and since August it's been doing fairly well, but in the beginning of this year, I'm going to be honest, when I was looking at these analytics, I was shocked to see how far the game is falling at a rapid speed. Now, before we jump into today's video, I just want to say, if you're currently not subscribed, be sure to subscribe down below for all things gaming related on the channel. And also be sure to leave a comment. Do you think Among Us will survive in 2021, or do you think the game is going to die? I'll be really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Okay, so here we are in the Steam charts. As you guys can see, we've got Among Us up here. Now, this is going to show how many people have been playing the game over a certain period of time. Here we've got all time. So when the game originally launched back in 2018, we can see that the game was basically dead, let's be honest. Or you would be very lucky to find the game, bearing in mind sometimes you would have even 20 players online. On some days you would have 600, 700 players, but it really started blowing up towards the end of July, but mainly in August when they hit their all-time peak of 438,000 players. As we can see here, if we take a look at August where it says 438,000, we can see it starts gradually declining, but it's very gradual, and we see another little boost in November, and then we start seeing that gradual decline as well. And towards the end of last year, I actually made a video on whether or not Among Us will survive in 2021, but now it's getting so bad that we're just seeing an instant drop in players and also in viewership as well. If we take a look at just this year alone, you guys can see that massive tick in August, and then we're just seeing it decline and decline, and it's not leveling out at all. It's just constantly on the decline. If this is an accurate representation of a few months here onwards, the game is going to be in a very bad state. Among Us isn't a game which rewards progression. It's not a game that is competitive, so this is very normal for a game like Among Us. I would put this in the same category as Fall Guys, as Uno, a party style game that you would hop on every now and then with friends, maybe have a few drinks, and then maybe you won't return for a few months. The problem with this game when it blew up is that everyone was playing the hell out of this game, overplaying it. People were playing this game so much because there wasn't really much going on around July, August time, and this game was the best thing to be playing at the time. I think a lot of people got burnt out very fast, and that whole thing of lying, deceiving your friends, constantly being played over and over again will get repetitive and boring to the point where you just don't want to play it anymore. Although the game's been very successful and the developers should be very proud of themselves, this game was never going to last in the long run, purely because it's a fun style party game similar to a board game back in the ancient days. Well, I still play board games. Do any of you guys still play board games? Be sure to let me know down below. But this is the equivalent to a board game you would play. You would play it once in a while on special occasions. And this game isn't really made for solo players that want to hop into an online match, because although you can play by yourself with random people, first of all, it's not as fun if you don't know who they are, and second of all, there are a lot of problems such as people leaving the game if they're not the imposter, and you just don't feel that sense of excitement. So I think it's very normal that we're seeing Among Us go on a decline. But something to mention is that they have got DLC planned for this game very soon. They announced that in early 2021 they're going to be bringing out a new map, which I'm sure most of you guys have seen gameplay of. This is going to give it somewhat of a push, as I'm sure most streamers are going to be streaming it, and it's fair to say streamers do have a very big impact on how popular a game is. Take a look at Rust. Right now Rust is blowing up purely because many streamers are streaming the game for countless hours every single day. Now, although Among Us is essentially dying, the idea has only just started. We've already seen game companies try to replicate Among Us by adding in pretty much the same game but with their own twist. The structure of Among Us is really well, and they've almost created a whole new genre of gaming. The whole detective, lying, investigating, all of these things that make Among Us great, I'm sure other companies have looked at, and they're probably making a similar game right now. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think it would start dying out this fast, but because there's no progression and there's nothing else to the game other than the standard basic thing, which is going into each game you've got 1 or 2 imposters, there is not much else outside of the game, and this game will end up in a similar position to Fall Guys, where people will just stop playing it and they'll hop onto it once every now and then, maybe once every few weeks or few months, relive the entertainment, and then they probably won't touch it until a further few months. But be sure to let me know down below in the comment section what you think Among Us will do in 2021 and how you think they're going to cope. Do you think the game's already dead, or do you think Among Us will thrive in 2021? Be sure to let me know down below, but nonetheless, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you all for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, I'll catch all of you guys out in another brand new video. Take care.